Hey, it's Brian Mudd. This is my cheat sheet for Thursday, January the 3rd. I've got a lot of good topics, including something coming up here in just a moment about a la carte TV service. A la carte TV service, just paying for what you want to use, coming before the second quarter. This means by the end of March. First, let me start with the listener question for today. As we get into the new year, I'll get back to doing what I started right before the holidays, taking at least one question from you every day and sharing it on air and online here on the cheat sheet. This one, the question I am using today, was one that it hits near and dear. The question came from a mother of a 13-year-old who earned his first $1,000. And her question was what the first step should be for him with his first $1,000. I say near and dear not only because it's a young gentleman that is looking, who has earned money and is looking to invest with it, but also because it's very similar to how I got started. And not that I should ever be used as the example for everything, because that's not necessarily advisable. There are a lot of good principles that can be learned at such a young age. My story quickly. I earned about $1,500 over the course of one summer when I was 11, and my father took it away from my hands as I was trying to figure out all the video games, Nintendo games I was going to end up buying with it, and invested it. Came back a few months down the road and he did even better than he thought he would, but he ended up having more than $2,500 they laid out in front of me, and then he ended up utilizing that to help teach me how to invest. And so with this first $1,000, there's no exact right way to invest it, but here's the first principle I'd go along with. First, open up an investment account. There are two companies I would recommend, and I have accounts with a lot of different companies, and I've used most of the predominant ones to at least test them out over the years. The two I would recommend with $1,000 in a young person, either a Fidelity investment account or E-Trade. The reason I say those two is at $1,000, you will have no monthly maintenance fees on them, and the trades are less than $10 a piece. In E-Trade's case, it's just under $10. In Fidelity's case, it's just under $9 per trade. Also, they both offer free dividend reinvestment, which is a big part of an investment strategy. Two-thirds, first off, the stock market has historically been the single best wealth creation machine in the history of the United States of America. In terms of investment classes, it has yielded about an 8.4% average annual return historically. The second best investment class has been real estate at just over 4%. So at 13 years of age, it makes sense to get started in equities, in stocks, all right? So with that principle in mind, historically, two-thirds, so 67% of all stock market returns have come from dividends being reinvested. So I am very big on companies that pay dividends, very big on companies that have more cash than debt, so they're in a commanding position. They're not as hinged to what the economy is doing in terms of if they can get through rough patches or not. So companies that pay dividends, companies that have more cash than debt, and companies that are growing year over year. There are some other things to look for, but those three principles I get started with. Now, in the case of a 13-year-old, they might want to be excited about the company too. So if there's a company that fits those that profile that they will feel good about and learn about, I would recommend investing in that company, or maybe up to two companies with $1,000. But you don't want to spend too much in trading fees, and then you can end up getting him started, understanding how to invest, set those dividends on automatic reinvestment, and then watch historically as more shares are being accumulated over the years with that first $1,000. There are so many great lessons to be learned about money, and the odds are he'll want to earn more money, to invest more money, to see the growth. And you'll be setting them up well ahead of the curve for success early on in life. Now, at 13 years of age, you have to open a custodial account. So you as a parent will be the one that opens that custodial account with him being a secondary on that account. And from there, again, no hard and fast rules on this, but that is a principle that I think would serve him well. And by the way, I do not say this because I want to be offering investment recommendations. I'm not licensed in Florida, and that's a former life. But one company that does fit that general parameter is Apple. All right. Okay, let me hit some topics here real quick. I mentioned the a la carte TV service. Intel, the chip company, Intel Inside, is going to be offering a la carte TV service before April. Looks like sometime in March. They're going to come out with a set-top box that will be internet ready. So I mentioned, it's funny, sometimes I say things and I don't even realize how quick we're getting towards the new age of TV. Just yesterday I was talking about how we're not going to, within 5 years, have a cable company with a cable running in our house and a physical cable being plugged into TVs. We know we're going towards the internet age. But even for main TV channels, the use of TV is going to be all internet ready. Well, Intel is ready for it, and they're going to allow you to buy just the channels you want. We aren't going to be completely sure of pricing just yet, but this has been a service that people have been asking for years, to unbundle service, pay for just what you want, have it on the ready. In this case, it'll be internet ready. More information on my physical cheat sheet, but this could very quickly revolutionize the traditional TV service beyond where even the streaming TV has taken us thus far. CEOs, if you're tired of talking about the debt crisis in this country, a lot of CEOs are too. You had many CEOs yesterday that threw in on this whole debt deal, saying that it's a wasted opportunity. And the bigger problem, which is what I've been talking about until I'm blue in the face, the real problem facing this country isn't who pays what tax rate this year. It's our looming debt crisis. The numbers don't lie. At some point, you end up like Europe, and things get really ugly. And that's what we're on the precipice of. More than 100 CEOs have joined the Simpson Bowles Fix the Debt campaign. FixTheDebt.org is the website. You can join this too. And the CEOs, they run the gamut. You've got everybody from Wells Fargo, General Electric, Microsoft, Honeywell, insert Fortune 500 company here. CEOs have signed up. I've got the complete list of CEOs on my cheat sheet. And real quick on the iPhone rumors and timeline, there's not going to be an iPhone 6 this year. It'll be an iPhone 5S, 5 different colors, 2 different screen sizes. Will likely be here around May to June. It's a cheat sheet for today. Enjoy yours, and we will see you tomorrow.